Welcome back to another episode of Look What Jess Found. If you've been keeping up with the channel, you know that last week I picked up customer wrap penny rolls from 5 different banks, and I was kind of disappointed with the ones that I thought would be great, which are usually these. And when I say disappointed, I mean, it wasn't enough copper. I'm being, I guess, acting like a little bit of a brat. So what I decided to do today was to open up a different roll of pennies. And these are my favorite to drop on the table because they're a little, you can see the space. For some reason, these penny rolls are made slightly larger, almost, I don't know, man, almost like for nickels or something. Watch how smooth. Well, hopefully I don't jinx myself. Yes. And when you're doing penny rolls every day, it's these little pleasures that make me happy. Now, with that said, it does look like there's quite a bit of copper in here. And I'm wondering, wow, not for nothing, I don't think this is an all copper roll. But I'm wondering if these bright ones are copper also. Well, we'll find out soon enough. But this is going to be pretty amazing. Let's see. All right, so we start off with a zinc. So it's not an all copper roll. That's number one. Let me tilt this up a little bit. I have to move to the side to drop. Getting to that perfect distance from the camera, it's always a little bit of a trick. Okay, so we start off with but I'm wondering the percentage of copper in this one. I have a feeling it's gonna be I have water over there. I have a feeling it's gonna be 50% or better. Take a look back at the copper roll, and I have my water here. And let me know, take your guess on how much copper you think's inside this roll. If I had to guess just by looking, I would say 70% copper, which would be, how much would that be? 35? I'm going to say there's at least 35 copper pennies in here. Obviously, we'll find out at the end. See, to me, this looks like a copper penny. It is. These are nice brown pennies. Now, yes, I do hoard copper. And I think if I was offered the choice between copper and look at those marks. Around the edge. I mean, they kind of look like just odd how they're sticking up like that. I guess it's corrosion. Oh wow, a 69S. I don't know if I've ever found a 69S. Let's see what this 69S, what the mintage is on those. And I'm gonna check eBay really quick. 1969S. Let's just see what they're going for. $1. Excuse me. I mean a buck and more. Okay, let's go to Google and let's look at penny mintage. And we go to Wikipedia, and I'll show you when I find it. 1969 S. And there's a double die variety. That's so cool how I'll show you how Wikipedia puts that on, even that part. So that's the 1969. There you go. And then it shows the mintages. The proof is the one that's really, really low, 3 million. But so there's 544 million made. Obviously, much less than a D, which there's 4 billion, and much less than the Philadelphia, which is 1 billion. But the proof, wow! I wonder what the proofs go for on eBay. Let me see if they have. I would want to grade it if it was a proof, to be honest with you. Because I'd be afraid that somebody, I don't know. Let me see if they have it. Oh, they have PCGS. Oh, it's not that much. 69S. Oh, $21. Wow. Yeah, I'll show you again. $21. I'd buy that. 68 red. That's incredible. I mean, it cost more than that to get it graded. So crazy. But it says proof, right? PR, I think it means proof. Okay. Very nice find. A very nice find. 3 million made. Only 3 million. Not 3 million. I'm saying 300 million, right? Oh, I forgot already. Another copper? No. Trick me. Fool me once. So I said 35. Oh, look at this one. Huh. What do you think? It's all scraped up. Only on one side. Wonder if it's a feeder error. All right, well, I don't have many to show for videos today, so I'll put that down to the side. $63, that's a nice one. Yeah, I'll count them at the end to see how close I am to my estimate. I mean, it would not surprise me if there's 40 copper in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw this one out. They just make the desk so dirty. It's zinc anyway. You can see the zinc rot there. Yeah, they get all kinds of junk on the desk. 83D. I'll check the mint mark in a second. Yeah, that's all that you see. That's the gook from the previous penny. I'm gonna say it's not repunched. Yeah, see, that's the gook from the previous penny. Let's see. I see some squig. I see some marks. I think it's post mint damage, but I'm gonna look at them underneath the loop though. Specifically, these dots. That mark there. Make sure that's not a strike through, which I doubt. And whatever this little squiggly line is in the corner, it's hard for me to tell through the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna say post mint damage on that. It's a nice looking penny. Outside of the damage. So this person had a lot of copper. Gotta wonder how long this copper sat. I mean, because you're not getting this much copper going to the store anymore. You know, this is probably this amount of copper is from 20 years ago. I wouldn't go as far to say that this is from somebody's collection, but I would say that it would not surprise me if this person had these pennies sitting around for. I mean, that's 2007. Is that the newest one we found? I'm gonna put this to the side. Let me look through these pennies real quick. I can't remember. They're all the other ones are 80s. 84, 83. Okay, and there's another 2007. So far, the two newest pennies, here goes the second 2007. Is 2007. Now I'll leave it over here so we can see if we find anything newer. And that's, well, I said 20 years ago. I was pretty close. If that's the earliest one, that would tell me that the person made this penny roll in 2007. Or was collecting pennies up to that year. You know, throwing them into a jar or something, you know. Could even be all their changes up to 2007. But then they just separated into pennies and so 2007 is 17 years ago. It's weird. That's interesting. I feel like I've seen that before. On a picture on an ever from an era website. Huh. Put it to the side. $64. Yeah, I mean these are old pennies, man. This is a nice roll. Right now, So like I was saying before, I just find the copper pennies to be more interesting. Obviously, they have more intrinsic value than zinc, right? Because the zincs, um, they're not. I don't even know if they're worth a cent, to be honest with you. If somebody knows what a zinc cent, a zinc, excuse me, if anybody knows in cents how many cents a zinc penny is worth, let me know in the comments below. Copper pennies are worth 3 cents, something like that. 3 cents, 3 point something cents. So if you find a roll with 50 copper pennies, you intrinsically found $1.50, right? By their scrap value, I'm saying. So to me, that's pretty. That in itself is pretty cool. Look how the clad goes up and down those little lines, like if it's it's just that's like a picture or something. It's on both sides. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna count. It's funny. They're like, yeah, I'll count how many coppers I got at the end. And I was like, oh, I don't have to do that. All I have to do is count the zinc. But the only problem with that, how about if there wasn't 50 pennies in there, then the count would be off. I just found it interesting that I didn't think of just counting the zincs instead. Because there's less zinc, obviously, than there is copper. Maybe I'll count both of them. And then we'll know if there's 50 cents came in here or not. Oh, this might be a close one. Let me tell you, I might not have 35 copper pennies. It looks like I might have been overestimating. The 1999, we're looking for the wide AM. No wide AM. Oh, and I threw one out. Don't forget, I threw a zinc out. Oh, look at that. I almost forgot about that. I would have forgot. I have to add one zinc. Yeah, this is zinc. I bet you this is zinc. Has to be. Looks very flat, but it's not. 94. 94, you got to check that 4 real good. Nice condition. $21 for 68 proof. Ah, look at that. We got it. A cent. Is it centered? Yeah. Yeah, it's centered. You can tell by the side. Small or large date? My first instinct was to say small. Yeah, I'm going to stick with small on this one. If I'm wrong, Otis will let me know. So it's a centered. And you know it's centered. I mean, when you see the side looks like it has that coloring on it also. Which you can see very easily here how red it is. Like a dark red. And this one has it on both front and back. All right. So far 2007 is the winner. Now these are the ones. Yeah, now these aren't copper. Here's another 2007. This was an Enda. You can see the crimp roll machine mark. So these, like I said, these are nice. 2002. But I'm gonna say if the last one is 2007. Look at this one. That's a beauty. If the oldest, I'm gonna look at that under the loop. Something weird about that first column. Man, this is a brand new looking penny. Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with the column per se, but I will say that the condition of this penny is so new that you can see the lines in the columns. His facial hair. All right, so we're still on 2007 as being our latest. Is an 84. Very dirty also. All right, so I'm throwing this one out also. So that's 2 zincs I chucked. Yeah, nah, I'm wrong. There's not 35 coppers in here. I was being extremely optimistic. That's so funny. See, this one I probably thought was copper. It looks like copper. Yeah, there's no way there's 35 in here. There's not even half the row is copper. Fooled me twice. Shame on me. $19.99. We're looking for the wide AM. No wide AM. Yeah, I don't even have to count this one. But it is a nice brain exercise. I mean, I'll still count it. I'll still count how many coppers I got. It's not. I mean, it's just not that. There's not as many. For those of you who took a guess, right? Because if you took a guess and I asked you to take a guess, and then I don't count the copper for you, then yeah, that would be kind of messed up. So I'm gonna count. Talk about high appraisal, huh? So 2007 is the earliest or latest. 1989D. Last year last year you could find a repunch mint mark. 1989. Let me look at that mint mark under the loop. It does have a little extra line. I'll show you after I'm done. I have to zoom in. Oh, look at that. And the D looks repunch. All right, so as long as we're zooming in, let's start with this one. I have to look at on the loop. I'm not sure. No, it's just damaged. It's just damaged. Okay, then we got the no, definitely not repunched. Maybe some of the clad is split to the right of the D. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say it's not a repunch mint mark. And 2007, it's a pretty good guess that this person. And it was funny because when I started saying to myself, "Oh, 2007 is the is when they stopped collecting coins in their piggy bank or what have you." I started thinking, wow, 2007 from 1982. You know, that's quite a distance. You know what I mean? To have so much copper. I mean, like what I say, 75%. No, I said less than that. I said 65%, which was 35, right? 35 coppers. So I was like, wow, not for nothing, but that would have been a lot of copper to get into in 2007. So without further ado, let's see how many we got. And I did divide them up a bit already into conditions. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then down here on the bottom, 16. No. 16. No. Oh, and the 69S is 17. So we found 17. So not even 17 is, I just double it. And that's how you know your percentage. I can't believe I never thought of that before. I'm like, what's the percentage of 17 out of 50? Well, you just double it. 17 and 17 is 34. So it's 34%. Because if you doubled 50, it would be 100. Am I correct? Did I figure that math problem out? Let me know in the comments below if I'm right or wrong. But if there was 100 and you found 34, that would be 34%. Half of 34 is 17 and half of 100 is 50. So I can't believe I never thought of that before. So 17 pennies is 34%. So I thought 65. So I was not half, I overestimated it. All right, so that was good. Some of these copper pennies are really nice. And of course, we got that 69S. I'm gonna say that's the is that it? That's the showstopper right there. Has little marks on it, interesting marks. And that sintered cent is also really nice. The 1960. I think it's the small date. All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's so interesting how I get my videos right up to about 30 minutes. That's usually my that's my goal, is to hit 30 minutes. I don't try to hit 30 minutes, but like I like to see if I can hit 30 minutes. Let's see if I can stop right on the dot. So please click like and subscribe. God bless and all that. And I'm out.